Get ready to match the stars. Gary Burghoff, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Reilly, Pat Crowley, Richard Dawson, and Joyce Bulifant as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 75. And now here's the star of Match Game 75, Gene Rivers.
Johnny Olsen and friends.
You make a lovely hood ornament.
I'm a figurehead. In case some of you are saying.
I thought you were the angel or the fairy on top of the tree.
You're a fine figure of a head.
No, it didn't really. I just wanted to point out. They say, hey, that girl looks familiar. That's what's her name, isn't it? It's not what's her name. It's Pat Crowley, who many of you remember from Please Don't Eat the Daisies.
Oh, my goodness.
Is now seen on Joe Forrester.
Thank you.
Joe Forrester.
Thank you so much.
And up here is what's his name? You know. You see him on MASH all the time, don't you? He plays Radar. Yeah. And now on Tuesday nights on CBS, right?
That's correct,
Yeah. Okay. Now, if you're all quite ready, let's say hello to Carol Fisher and Jack Butts.
Yay!
Yeah. Hello, Carol. Now, we have here a real champ. She's won $6,200, and she's ready to have another go at it here. And Jack Butts, we found out a little bit about him. He owns a motel in Encino. And he's been doing that for the last 15 years or so.
That's right.
And he looks like a jolly fellow. He wouldn't holler at you if you were trying to sneak in late at night or something like that. Now, Jack, you had your first round question. You didn't score any celebrity matches at all.
Unfortunately.
Your question will come along in a moment or so. See how you do. But right now, let's see about this. Pay attention and hurry right back. Okay, now, here we go. Next, all right. Here we are. This is yours, Carol. Pay attention. When George hitchhikes, he doesn't use his hands. He doesn't need to. George has a giant thumb where his blank ought to be.
He has a giant thumb where his what ought to be?
He has a giant thumb where his blank ought to
Where
be.
his blank ought to be.
Yeah. Giant thumb where his blank ought to be. See that? Doesn't use his hands. He doesn't need to. George has a giant thumb where his blank ought to be.
Right.
Got the idea? Terrific. Come on, Vic. So first you're right-handed. You put that in your right hand, and how you write something.
You know, geez.
What?
I'm not saying that Jack Butts is related to Earl Butts, but have you heard about that? Have you heard about that new wheat deal to Encino?
No.
Yes.
Really? Uh-huh. Put something out there now. No, of course not. Here we go. Now we call on Carol Fisher. When George hitchhikes, he doesn't use his hands. He doesn't need to. George has a giant thumb where his blank ought to be.
Don't holler at me.
Don't holler at you?
Nose.
Nose. That's very good. She said nose, right?
The only trouble is he has to keep his hands in his pocket so he won't smell the smog. I said nose too.
Nose. There's one for Carol. What do you say?
I say that Charles Nelson Reilly thinks he's the only one who's clever as an artiste.
Yeah.
I said nose, and I drew a nice little picture.
Oh, isn't that clever? Now, did you understand the question?
Oh, did he understand the question?
Of course I understand the question. But it's difficult because I said nose too, but when he, but then he blows his fingers, which is a very difficult.
Yeah, it's very tough. All right. Hello there. Here's what's her name. Let's see what answer she had there.
Well, I just am getting into the swing of things, and I put Fanny down, which is...
Oh, Fanny, yes. That's interesting, isn't
Well,
it?
I thought that was a nice
Didn't know if he was
picture.
coming or going.
On the
Yes, yes,
highway.
How about that? It's on my way, sir. Nobody can go that way. Richard?
The nose habit.
The nose habit. There, that's 4 for Carol. Joyce?
I don't know.
He has a giant thumb where his blank ought to be.
Well, because he didn't have hands, I thought where his elbow, and he just go like that. Elbow.
Elbow. Says elbow.
Yeah, you just
Boy, you
Put her
really...
back in the home.
Back in the home is where she is going. That's 4 for you, Carol. Now we go to round 2 and ask Jack to make his selection.
I'll take B again.
B, all right. Jack, everybody plays for Jack because he didn't match anybody the first time out.
Never you mind, Jack.
Let's see how he does this time. Listen carefully now. Charlie the cannibal has good manners. Before he eats you, he says blank. Charlie the cannibal has good manners. Before he eats you, he says blank.
Oh, are you waiting? Oh,
No,
sorry.
it's all right. Just fascinated by your response there. We
You're
call
smelling.
on Jack Butts. Everybody ready? Oh, Chuck, Brett, are you still fooling around?
Wait a minute. Yes, dear, I'm not fooling around. I'm conscientiously trying to accomplish my job, which is what Goodson and Todd pay me this fabulous salary.
Jack Butts. Charlie the cannibal has good manners. Before he eats you, he says blank.
Grace.
Grace is a good answer, Jack. He gave the perfect answer. That boy gave the perfect answer, Gary.
Before he eat you, he'd say Gene, wouldn't he?
Oh, really?
Let me see that last card again. No, from the last person. I said Grace.
Grace it is. There's one for Jack. Brett.
See, when you were shouting at me and telling me to hurry up, I was going to put Grace. I didn't know whether he was religious or not, but I put please, you see, instead, and it's your fault. And I'm sick of it, Gene.
Get out! Charles.
They always say grace at Mr. Butts' motel. When they check out that nobody got caught. I said grace.
Okay, 2 for you, Jack. All right. He's rolling along now, Pat.
I've got bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Just
All right. I got to match the 2 remaining ones to stay in the game, Jack. Let's see what happens here. Richard.
The old French cannibal gag, eh?
Yeah.
Bon appetit. Put out a happy grave.
There it is. 3 for you. We need 1 more to stay in the running. Yeah, right. It's up to you.
Where's your motel, Mr. Butts? Let's talk about the motel. No, the missionaries taught him it's okay to eat people as long as you say grace first.
Great. Okay. So at this moment we have a tie, but you've got another shot at it here, and we'll see how this game turns out right after we see about this. Tie, 4-4. But she has 1 more shot at it because she hasn't had her second question. 1 to win, Carol.
These 2 lovely ladies will play frickin' frack.
Only 2. Right. Just the 2. Everyone else was matched in the first round question. Now, since today is the 23rd of December, tomorrow naturally would be the 24th, which is Christmas Eve. So we got a little Christmas Eve type question for you. Quiet. Patrick hates Christmas. On Christmas Eve, Patrick climbs into his chimney and waits for Santa Claus. When Santa Claus slides down the chimney, Patrick blanks him. When Santa slides down the chimney, Patrick blanks
I don't have to
him.
be bothered with that question.
Is a guy who doesn't like Christmas. Yes.
You don't like Christmas.
He doesn't like Christmas, and he waits for Santa on Christmas Eve. He climbs right into the chimney. Then when Santa slides down the chimney, Patrick blanks him. All right, pop it into the slot there. And away we go. Off we go to Scotland Yard. All right. Carol Fisher. Patrick hates Christmas. On Christmas Eve, Patrick climbs into his chimney and waits for Santa Claus. When Santa slides down the chimney, Patrick blanks him.
I don't know.
He what?
You're going to have to be a
What'd you
little
say?
verbal, huh?
Yeah. Well, now, wait a minute. If she can do it with sign language, that's perfectly all right. No, you got to say a word or words or whatever.
I guess pinches.
Pinches? Show us how you would pinch Santa Claus. Do it to Earl.
No.
Jack. No? Okay. All right, she says he pinches Santa Claus. Guy waits in the... What do you say there, my
Well,
dear?
I'd say he's so mean he belled him one.
He belts him one.
Look like you
He
were gonna
hits him.
say.
Oh, what do you say? Pinches Santa Claus what she's looking for.
I said it bites him on his blank.
Oh. Yeah, well, it felt like he pinched him. All right, now, so that ends that, and we got a 4-4 tie. We have to go to a tiebreaker, so we wipe this slate clean here. push this button, reveal 2 tie-breaking questions. The one who scored the most will be the winner. Jack, you make your selection.
I'll take B again.
B for butts. Here it is. Whoops, there it goes. There, where it is. Oh, there it is. There. Here it is. Jim said, my blind date, Jim said, my blind date had rotten manners.
How rotten were they?
I'll tell you. She used the waiter's sleeve as a blank. My blind date had rotten manners. She used the waiter's sleeve as a blank. Good. Good. 3 ready here, Brett. Come on, Brett, stop it.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Good
Jack
gravy,
Butts.
Marie.
I'm ready.
Jim said my blind date had rotten manners. She used the waiter's sleeve as a
Napkin.
napkin is his answer. What do you say, Gary?
I said napkin.
There's one for you, Jack. What do you say, Brett?
I say let's change motels and go to Jack's.
Okay, why not?
Because I said napkin.
Oh, that's sweet.
Maybe he'll give us a rate.
I bet he would. Charles?
I think this will make it possible now for Jack to give us the photographs he has. You know what I
3 for you, Jack. All right, Pat.
Well, this makes it 4 for Jack.
4 for Jack.
First for me.
Jack is going like gangbusters here, Richard.
Good for Jack.
Are you going to break the magic spell?
Nope.
Nope.
Napkin.
That's 5. Now, Jack, this lady usually comes up with weird, incorrect answers. Now, let's see what she does this time. What,
Gosh,
me worry?
Dave, 5 people said napkin?
Right.
Wouldn't it be awful if I didn't? I said it.
You said it. Okay. Well, you got your work cut out for you. Are you ready, Carol? All right, this is very important to Carol. Listen carefully, one and all. David's a little strange. He sent out, I'll tell you how strange he is, he sent out engraved invitations to his blank.
That's strange.
That's how strange David is. He sent out engraved invitations to his blank. You're finished. Yes. Now, MASH is on Tuesday nights, right?
Yes.
Did I
Thank
say
you for
that
mentioning that.
lately? I've got to say that occasionally.
You said it at least 12 times in the last half hour.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
But thank you.
Yes. All right.
Wait a minute. Okay. I got it. You said he was strange, right?
Carol Fisher, David's a little strange. He sent out engraved invitations to his
Funeral?
funeral. Sounds like a good answer to me. Got to have 6 funerals for her to stay in the game. Let's see if we get it from Gary.
That's right. She's got one.
She's got one. There's one for you, Carol. Brett?
But you said he was strange.
Strange, yes. Sent out engraved invitations to his funeral. That would be weird, wouldn't it?
I know, but I would send out engraved invitations to my funeral. I'm sorry, I said he sent out engraved invitations to his trial.
To his trial! So that means Jack Butts wins the game. What do the rest of you have? Hold them up. All right. Atta boys. All right. Stand there right on the adhesive tape there. You don't have to face me. Look at your public out there. There they are. They love you, Jack.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, Carol Fisher's going to be leaving us. I got to shake your hands because you love California now, right?
Yep.
And you're going to stay.
Yes.
And you're very happy out here.
Thrilled.
With the smog and all that, right? And you got $6,200. And our best wishes, Carol Fisher. Goodbye, my dear. While we're spinning her off, we're going to spin this message for you and then come back and see how Jack does. Now, Jack Butts here has done very well in winning a game and matching our celebrities. Now, Jack, we're going to see how good you are at second-guessing an entire studio audience as we go to the audience match. Are you ready for that?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. We polled one of those audiences recently, and we got their best response to this. Line blank. Now, the answer that that audience gave most often is worth $500 to you if you match it, Jack. Then, if you match the next one, The answer they gave second most frequently, you got $250. And the third most frequently given response gets you $100. Now, we're going to ask some of our celebrities here to suggest some answers for you. It's up to you which ones you choose. Richard?
Hi, how are you? Linebacker.
Linebacker. That's a football phrase. Joyce? Joyce?
I think lineman.
Lineman. All right. There's a song with that word.
Wichita
lineman.
Yep.
Linebacker.
Very
Right.
big hit. Brett.
Do you know, I know that none of you in all of America are going to believe that I had linebacker. I don't even know what kind of sport that is.
That's football.
Oh, good, but I did have it. Well, that's what I'm going to say. No.
It's been said.
I'm going to
She's
stick
flipping
to it
around
anyway.
while she's thinking.
No, I'm going to say line drawings.
Line drawing.
Well, what would you say for number 3 if you're so smart? Oh, okay, I'll say line up.
Line up. Too late. We got lineman and linebacker. What do we got there, Ira? Line drawing? The first answer we have, so that's all
Okay,
we have
hon.
to go. Line drawing. You want one of those?
Drawings.
Drawings.
I'll take linebacker.
Linebacker.
I would if I were you.
All right. We'll find out if linebacker is up there. All right, Jack, here we go. Let's begin down at the bottom and reveal the $100 response. Linebacker, you got it right off the bat. Congratulations, Jack. That means you're up to $200, so you're going to play for 10 times 100 or 1,000. But first, let's find out what's under the 250. Line drive, a baseball term.
What does that mean? Tell me what that means.
Line drive is when you hit a low shot off the bat in baseball. It doesn't go high, it goes kind of straight. That's a
I
line
hate
drive.
those athletic questions.
All right, let's see what's under the $500 response. Line up. Okay. Yeah. Well, now, Jack, you're going to play for 10 times 100 or 1,000, but to collect that, you've got to match one of our celebrities exactly. That's the only way we can give you that $1,000. You've got to choose one celebrity now and see if you can get a little ESP going with that person.
I'll take Richard again.
Okay. All right, you stand right there. Here it is. It's worth $1,000. Richard, blank punishment. Blank punishment. Now he's finished. Now, we need an answer from you, Jack. What do you... What?
Capital punishment.
You didn't even wait for me to finish that. Capital punishment. Huh? He was very eager there, wasn't he? All right, he says capital punishment will match Richard for $1,000. You can look him right in the eye now if you want, Jack. He says that capital punishment will match you so that he can collect $1,000.
I just finished a great book by a Russian author.
What's that called?
Crime and Punishment.
Crime and Punishment. Oh, is that what you wrote?
No, that's a capital offense.
Oh, I see.
Well done. A hearty, hearty clap. Attaboy, Jack.
You got it, buddy. Now you got $1,200. Jack Butts here has $1,200. How do you feel, Jack?
I think I'm going to live.
Is it exciting?
Yes, it is.
Attaboy. Now, you want to meet another player?
Yes, I do.
Let's welcome Sandy Weinstein. Hello, Sandy. You know Jack? All right. Sandy, we welcome you.
Thank you.
Now, Leonard says, how are you Steenstein?
Stein.
Weinstein.
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad I got that part of it right. And tell us where you're from and all that.
Well, I'm originally from Chicago.
Yeah?
And I've been in California for 10 years.
You like it here?
I love it. I love California.
Okay.
I've been married for 12 years, and I have a beautiful little girl, Naomi, who is 9.
Naomi?
Yes.
That's a pretty name.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Someone in your family named Naomi?
No?
No? Just picked it out of a hat,
Yes,
huh?
we were watching a television show, and that's how we happened to
Really?
pick the name. Mhm.
Lucky you weren't watching Quick Draw McGraw.
Yes. I'd like you to meet my daughter, Kojak Weinstein. Okay. Well, Sandy, we wish you the best of luck. We've got to stop right here now and do a little business with America before we can start this game. This is first things first. This is first. Listen, you were all grand. I mean, the audience, not you. No, you were terrific there. You were just grand, yes.
Hello,
and you're going to come back.
darling.
tomorrow and do the same thing, right?
Right.
Okay, join us mañana for match game 75. Goodbye.
Get ready to match the stars. Gary Burghoff, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Reilly, and Crowley, Richard Dawson, and Joyce Bulifant as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 75. And now here's the star of Match Game 75, Gene Rayburn.
Thank you. Thank you. Now that's the rehearsal at the end.
Oh, and a happy New Year.
Yeah, that's later. That's next week, my dear. But this is the Christmas Eve show, and they're full of the spirits, aren't they? Yes. Your heart's over. Well, now we got to get down to business here and do what we came here to do.
Let's meet two of Santa's elves.
Jack Butts and Sandy Weinstein. All right, Jack. He's our current champ. He's won $1,200, one game. And we're just going to start right from the top, aren't we? And we met Sandy last time when she came out here. Let's see what we find out about Sandy. Sandy, you're married and you have two children.
One daughter, Naomi.
Naomi, that's right, the lady with the pretty name there. Yeah. And you're originally from Chicago.
Originally from Chicago.
How about that for a memory? It was just yesterday. Yes. Okay, Sandy, you all set?
All set.
All right, we're going to give you your first round question in a moment or so, but right now we got to do a little business, America. Pay attention and hurry back. Hello, here we go. Now, we push this button and ask Sandy to make her selection. A or B, she's a challenger.
I'll try B.
B it is, here we go. Leo said, I like my women the same way I like my eggs. I like my women blank. Hear that, Sandy? That's what Leo said.
I love my answer.
Okay, put him in the slot there. All right, here we go. Charles, did you do one? Right. Okay, Charles is writing. Are you writing, Charles, or are you thinking?
Well,
With his problem, he's thinking.
Yes. Okay. Put in the slot, Charles, and we go to Sandy. Leo said, I like my women the same way I like my eggs. I like my women blank.
Soft.
Soft. Well, now you have some people like soft-boiled eggs, and that's what she said. That's a sweet answer. You're right, Charles. Gary, what did you say?
Never heard of a woman being boiled for 3 minutes.
Yes.
No, I
Speaking
said,
of boiled.
I said sunny side up.
Sunny side up. Yeah, naturally. Now, what do you say, my dear?
Well, I was dating this Marine. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes,
No. What I said was, he likes his women over light.
Over light.
If
Over
it's-
easy is the way we say it in the short order restaurants there in the diner
No,
on
it's
the corner.
easy, not over easy.
Charles.
he likes his women fried.
Dandy is candy, but liquor is quicker. Yes. What do you say, Pat?
Charles and I go together.
Two fried eggs. All right. Oh, the whole thing is shaking, isn't it? What do you say, Richard?
Hardly seems possible. We've only been at sea 3 days.
Yes, and here we are.
Well, if
I
you're
like
going to
my
give my answers, Gene, you must sit down and play. Over easy.
Over easy. Right. That's it. Now, Miss Weirdo.
Oh, Gary. I said sunny side up.
Sunny side up. All right. So we had eggs fixed a variety ways there, but none of them soft-boiled, which was her response. Jack, this is all yours. Howard Cosell is so full of hot air that his wife uses him as a blank. Howard Cosell.
Oh, I
So
have
full of hot
another
air.
wonderful answer.
His wife uses him as a blank. Wake up, Charles. That's it. That's it.
It's hard for Charles to wake
You know
up
who Howard
here.
Cosell is.
Yes. Yes.
He works with Alex Karras, you know,
Yes.
Monday Night Football.
He's got the hair that's...
That's right, right. He's the guy with the rotten hairpiece. Let's face it, that's Howard Cosell. And with all that money. Oh, dear me.
I love my answer. I really love
All
my
right,
answer.
Joyce, the last one.
My false eyelashes are falling off, but I love my answer.
Jack Butts. You know who Howard Cosell is?
Yes, sir.
Howard Cosell is so full of hot air that his wife uses him as a
Balloon.
balloon. You talk funny. Balloon.
That's my Texas language.
That's your Texas language. He said his wife uses him as a balloon. What do you say? He talks Texas.
I thought that was you that said that.
He said balloon. I didn't say balloon.
I said a hairdryer.
Hairdryer's good. You need a lot of hot air for a hairdryer. Very good. Bing. Pick him up and turn him upside down. Brett?
I don't mind when Charles steals from me. I expect that because he sleeps through all this entire program. But when a guest, I said hair dryer. I love my answer.
Very good.
House for dinner.
That's a very good answer. Charles?
I gave a very boring answer. I said a heater in their home.
A heater in their home.
I couldn't think of an air conditioning unit of heat. What is that air that goes all through the house?
Hot air.
Hot air what?
heater.
No.
Forced air heat.
Why didn't you just steal
it's
from me,
Oil-fired
Charles?
hot air is what it is.
What?
The hot air system.
A hot air system.
Yes.
It still stinks.
Yes. Pat Crowley, show us an answer here. Balloon is what Jack is looking for, right? Balloon.
Well, I got balloon on here, but a balloon blower upper.
A balloon
with all
blower
that
upper.
hot air.
Yes,
you could,
it
oh,
tells you what,
it does
okay.
work.
Right.
Balloon blower up. There's a balloon.
Emmy?
What they, so full of hot air that his wife uses him as a
I think the word actually that Charles was looking for was furnace.
furnace. Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
All right,
Yes,
it wasn't then. I'll withdraw that. The word I was looking for was furnace,
and then you
so
got
I
it.
wrote it down.
Right.
Furnace.
What did you write down,
matching
Joyce?
that?
She never had to go to the party shop ever.
Why?
Because she used him as a balloon.
Balloon there. Well, I'll be done. 2 for you, Jack. Okay, 2-0 at the end of round 1. Round 2 coming up, but first, this is coming your way. Ready? Here we go, folks. Round 2 coming up. There are second and final round questions. Sandy, please make your selection.
I think I'll try A this time.
A, everybody plays because Sandy didn't match anybody the first round. The bullfighter said to the tailor, so this time you made the pants too tight. I cannot even get my blank in them. This time you make the pants too tight. This yes.
Daddy, I'm going to have to. There's so many wonderful answers to that question. Could I hear it again so my little imagination?
This time you made the pants too tight. I cannot even get my blank in them. That's called the. Wait a minute.
A voice soprano?
That's called the. Wait a minute. I'm not going to tell you. That's called the. I don't know what they call that.
Well, that's good.
Well,
then I'll leave it blank. Okay.
Everybody else ready? Are you?
No, I'm not
You're
ready.
up here doing fun and games, and we're seriously trying to give away some money here.
I'm trying to get.
Come on,
Charles.
now.
You
Okay.
struck me.
Yes, I did.
And I'm on
And I'll do it
welfare.
again and again. Come on, Gary.
Okay.
What? Yes. All right. Sandy, the bullfighter said to the tailor, this time you made the pants too tight. I can't even get my blank in them.
His bottom?
Bottom. Mm-hmm. Okay, Sandy. You're applauding her bottom, huh? All right. Gary?
Do you know what you call it? I can't remember.
No.
Well, I said sword or that funny little spear thing.
Sure. Well, it's the picador.
They don't put, they very seldom put
Do
these
that.
words.
That's very rude.
Yes, that's right. All right, Brett, what'd you say?
He's very rude, isn't he?
He is indeed.
I think it was a sharp answer myself.
Oh, dear me. It's enough of that, Brett.
Do you suppose she's dyed her hair so often it's affected her brain?
Could be.
Isn't she terrible?
Well, now what did she say?
She said bottom.
Oh, that poor little devil. She's got a match. Buns.
Buns. Sandy is one for you. Charles?
I said legs or pantyhose.
I see. I don't know about your bullfighter, but What do you say, Pat Crowley?
Well, bottom by any other name might be hips.
Hips?
What do you think?
No.
No.
No, they say
Oh,
not.
really?
No.
Well, what in
Come to
heaven's
my-
name is your hips if it isn't your backside?
If you ladies will come to my dressing room, I will give you a lesson in anatomy a little bit
You've
later.
already given me that lesson, and I'm tired of it.
Oh, you're on the hips. Those are hips. you
Oh,
see.
now I remember, honey, from
Those
what the
are
trip
hips,
to
you see. Okay. The bullfighter said, this time you made the pants too tight. I can't even get my bottom in them, according to Sandy.
Of course, I use the Spanish word.
What is that?
Derriere.
Derriere. Okay. Not you say much. What do you say?
Well, I thought they were really tight. I mean,
Yeah.
so tight. You said quite often people don't get their bottom into things, but this couldn't get his big toe in it.
His big toe. Boy, that was some pair of
Really
pants.
tight.
So at this moment, it's 2-2. Now, Jack, it's up to you. All you have to do is match one celebrity to win another game, right? Now, two people do not play. The two ladies here in the bottom tier.
Huckleberry Dillinger.
Right.
Null and void.
Harvey said this. Harvey said, my wife's meatloaf was so hard. I'll tell you how hard it was. I'm glad you asked. He said, I couldn't even cut it, so I sent it to the Olympics, and they're using it as a blank. That's how hard his wife's meatloaf was. Meatloaf. Meatloaf was very hard, sent it to the Olympics, used it as a blank.
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf, right.
Well, there are so many choices.
Yes.
I want to make sure I want to do the right one.
I'm in.
Yes.
Gary's in.
3 cards.
Charles is in. Brett's
Charles
in.
is finished before I am?
Right. Just think of an Olympic event now.
You know,
Come on.
now that it's
Put them
Christmas,
on.
our theme song, how close it sounds to Away in the Manger.
Yes.
And why don't they put it there?
Yes. Ready, Brett? Okay,
We're ready.
Jack Butts. Harvey said my wife's meatloaf is so hard, I couldn't even cut it, so I sent it to the Olympics, and they're using it as a
Ball, like a soccer ball or
soccer ball,
ball
football,
football, soccer ball.
something like that, a soccer ball. Really? If it was really hard, Jack, they'd break their toes on it, wouldn't they? Oh, well, 2-2 is a score, Gary.
I'm afraid that I don't think this match is. I said a shot put.
A shot put. That's the one, isn't it, Jack? Is that what you were trying to say and you didn't say it? Brett, what do you say?
I say there's something wrong with me. We're beginning to match. I said a shot put.
Shot put. Charles?
Chuck also said.
Yeah.
A shot put.
Right. Chuck put the shot.
I get so crazy about
Now.
him sometimes I can't stand
If
it.
he matches you, Richard, he wins a game.
If he matched me, I'd have to go to an asylum.
Yeah.
Shot put.
Shot put seems to be the only answer. Game ends in a tie. And you cool it for a second or so now. We'll tell you what happens when we do have a tie, but first we want to tell you about this. We're ready if you are. Now, we'll wipe this, get all this mishmash out of here. Push the button, reveal 2 tie-breaking questions. 1 for each. The one who scores the most will be the winner. You make a selection if you would, Sandy.
I would like to be.
B. All right, tiebreaker, everybody plays. This guy, Harvey, he called the doctor. He says, hello, doctor? Doctor, don't laugh. You're not going to laugh, are you, doctor? I got my blank stuck in a soda bottle. Hello, doctor. Doctor, are you there? Doctor, don't hang up on me, doctor. I'm all alone here. Okay. Or I'll wait, doctor. Nurse. How are things going there on your show?
Oh, very
Sam
good.
Forrester.
Joe Forrester.
Oh, Joe Forrester. I knew I was in the neighborhood.
Is it
Super.
Forrester
Yes.
or Forrester?
Forrester?
Forrester. It's
Oh, I thought it was
F-O-R-E-S.
like, as
He's a
in
policeman?
E-M.
Yes.
Yes, a beat.
Yes.
Cop? Yes, sir.
All right, everybody ready? Charles, you fiddling around over there. Come on now, Charles. Stop that.
I am ready, Camilla.
Okay. Sandy. Harvey called doctor and says, hello, doctor. I don't laugh. I got my blank stuck in a soda bottle.
His tongue.
Tongue. Okay. Yes. He was drinking soda and he got his... That happens sometimes.
Yes,
What'd you
but
say?
He would have then said, oh, no, no,
Yeah, how could he talk, Sandy?
That's
Didn't
what
occur
threw
to
me
me
off.
until
Well, I
now.
thought maybe he was talking.
Okay, what'd you say?
So I said his toe.
His toe. All right, there's one. Brett?
You mean he was trying to drink with his toe?
I've seen you do it many an evening.
You've never seen me try to drink with my toe, honey.
Yes, here we go.
I say put your money where your mouth is, or your bottle, as it were. Dylan Thomas wrote a wonderful short story, and a man got his thumb
His
caught.
thumb.
Thumb?
Yes.
No, he had his little thumb stuck in his little bottle.
Yes,
I
all
see.
right.
All right. Next.
Yeah. Charles,
Gene and judging staff, I chose finger.
finger. Terrific. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Sandy had second
ladies
thoughts
and
about it after she said it, but she said tongue indeed. Pat, what did you say?
Oh, I thought you had a little nasal sound there when you told us that story, so I put no.
No. You mean I talk funny?
Yeah, you said one
Oh,
time.
I see.
But it is it, isn't
He
it?
always talks.
I got my... Yeah, tongue in cheek.
Nose in bottle.
Nose in bottle, tongue in cheek. Tongue in cheek and nose in bottle. All right, Joyce.
My first thought was lips, but then it would have been funny to talk too.
Yes, right.
So I said thumb.
Thumb it is. So we got lots of thumbs and all that stuff. And now, Jack, you're going to break the tie, if you can, by matching one celebrity and winning a game. The jockey said, he said, I think that horse is getting too old. In the last race, I had to blank him across the finish line.
I got it.
Horse is getting too old in that last
If you've
race. I
ever
had to
been
blank
married
him
to
across
Jack Klugman,
the
you've
finish
certainly
line.
got that
Yes,
answer.
you know that one, right. Okay, those two are finished. This lady is finished. Now we're all set. Jack Butts, it's up to you. Here it is. The jockey said, I think that horse is getting too old. In the last race, I had to blank him across the finish line.
Had to push him across.
Push him across. Okay. One pushy horse will win a game.
I'll accept that.
All right, that wins the game. What do the rest of you have? Carrie, drag, push, Carrie. Okay, congratulations, all beaten.
Dickie, hey, there are the things that are beginning to happen, Dickie. We met.
Now, you all set?
I'm all set.
All right, you stand by for a moment or so. We're going to say goodbye to Sandy. It was a pleasure meeting you, my dear.
Here,
Best of
thank
luck to you. And gifts for Sandy on this Christmas Eve. Goodbye, my dear. Now, you're going to see how good you are now. You've done very well with our celebrities. Now let's see how you are at matching a whole bunch of people who were here recently. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, when those people came here, we got their best response to this. G.I. blank. Now, the answer that group gave most often is worth $500 to you if you match it, Jack. Now, if you match that middle one, you get $250. And if you match the bottom one, that was their third most frequently given answer, you get $100. Whom do you call on over here for a little help?
Well, let's shoot the works and go with Richard first.
All right, Richard.
The
Gonna
name
shoot
of
the
a
work.
girl that I went out with recently, G.I. Joe.
Really?
J.O.
G.I. Joe. All right, there's one.
Wonderful lady.
Brett.
What about GI series?
Really?
Well, it's not a winner, but it's
It's
what you get when you go and
Yeah,
get
we
that.
know what you don't want to hear about it there.
I
Okay.
had it. It's very painful
Terrible,
and
yes.
unpleasant.
GI series. One more.
Gary.
I don't have another one.
Oh, wait a
I'm
minute. I
sorry.
have it.
You don't have one.
Here's one.
Okay, no, he doesn't have one.
Sorry.
Listen.
G.I. Bill.
No, he doesn't have one, and the buzzer sounded. So you got
I'm sorry,
two.
the buzzer sounded.
GI series and GI Joe. You want one of those, or do you want? Have you got an idea in your head?
No, I'm going with G.I. Joe.
GI Joe is what we're looking for. All right, let's find out if GI Joe is up there. And if it is there, the question is, where is it? Is it under the $100 response? GI Blues. GI Blues. Whatever. Oh yes, indeed, we all remember those GI Blues. We're looking for GI Joe. Let's see if it's under the $250 response. GI Bill.
That's the one I. That's the
G.I.
one I
Bill.
didn't get.
Yeah, right. All right, here's the last chance now to see if G.I. Joe is up there. May we see the $500 response? G.I. Joe, you got it. Put it there, partner. Congratulations. All right, that means you're going to be playing for 10 times that amount or $5,000. But before you can play that, we've got to play a message for America. Here, this is it. Is that all right, Jack?
I'll buy that.
Okay, good.
I'm sorry.
Listen, I thank you all.
We thank
And
you.
just we
Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you all. Next time when we get together, these are the celebrities who will be here.
Dick Martin, Rat Summers, Charles Nelson Reilly, Jody Donovan, Richard Dawson, and Fanny Flyer.